Hare Krishna. So our next example is from the Arsa-Prayoga.com website. Srila Prabhupada's higher intelligence. In this example we will see how unstructured and you can say foolish actually the BBT International's editing sometimes is or has been. If we look at the Nectar of Instruction, text 2 purport, we find in the original and authorized 1975 edition. But instead of using their higher intelligence to cultivate God consciousness, so-called intelligent men misuse their intelligence to produce many unnecessary and unwanted things. Now then we find in an older BBT-I edition that this has been changed to, but instead of using his higher intelligence to cultivate God consciousness, so-called intelligent men misuse their intelligence to produce many unnecessary and unwanted things. And we can see that there is a mismatch between his and men, from singular to plural. And then apparently later in the newest BBT International edition, they have changed it back. But instead of using their higher intelligence to cultivate God consciousness, so-called intelligent men misuse their intelligence to produce many unnecessary and unwanted things. So it is not quite clear what is going on here. It seems like they're just, changing without really using their own higher intelligence. They made this kind of foolish change and they had to change it back. So there is actually another example just below here, which I call corrections future BBT job. And here we see actually from the same book. So who edited this book, So many mistakes were made. We find in text 1 purport in the original 1975 edition, as for the agitations of the flickering mind, they are divided into two divisions. And then in the older edition from BBT International we find, as for the agitations of the bickering mind, they are divided into two divisions. So why was this change made? The bickering mind. And then in the newest edition we see they change back again. As for the agitations of the flickering mind, they're divided into two divisions. And as you can see, it seems that the mind of the editor was, after all, flickering. Just like in this example, your job will be to correct all such corrections. Do not worry, you'll be guaranteed work until you reach the age of retirement, and the job is well paid. So you can see that I'm kind of making a little sarcastic joke that if you're looking for a job, you're guaranteed a full-time job here for the rest of your life, because you can just change words back and forth. So you're guaranteed work always. Now these kind of foolish and unnecessary changes could have been completely avoided if we just did not touch Srila Prabhupada's books. I mean, who can trust the books anymore? When a new person gets a book and they know it has been changed, how can they know that this book actually has the touch of the pure devotee? That it's not contaminated. When Srila Prabhupada, he blessed the book, even though there were mistakes in the book, we got the full spiritual and transcendental benefit by reading it, even if there were mistakes. But here, when we have less than perfect people changing the book, how can we know that we are not becoming or being contaminated while reading the book? With the, you can say, with the offensive mentality of the editor, that I can correct the pure devotee, I can change his books, I can violate the Arsa-Prayoga principle. Well, we can think about that. Thank you for watching. Hare Krishna.